Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what it is. We back in the building. You know who driving the bus today? Your boy. But hey, drop that beat.
Drawing the keys on this shit now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what it is, man. We back in the building. You are tuned into another episode of the Man Cave Sports Podcast. I'm your boy Wildcard Mar. I'm driving a bus today, but you already know I got the whole fella, the crew with me. We in the building. Say what's up to my main man, Double J. Hey, just celebrated a big 4-0. My man 40 Water in the building. Double Jae Jones, man. Happy belated birthday. How you doing, bro?
Hey, man, appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it, man. Hey, I can't complain, man. I'm blessed and highly favored and glad to be here. You dig? For the game.
Yeah, that man turned 40, and next thing you know, both his knees pop. Because when you turn 30, your right knee pop. When you turn 40, both of them pop right after you turn 40. So, what else?
That is cap.
Hey, what else pop when you hit 40? That back way. Oh.
You sound like my kids. Everything is intact and moving functionally, operationally, as it did when I was 39.
As was
at the moment.
Yeah, at the moment, yeah, no doubt. Mike T, what it do, brother?
Hey, listen, man. He gonna see him 6 months. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, he gonna see in 6 months. It definitely does change when you turn 40. You start noticing it like way more. My feet still hurt from the game I just went to. And they still hurt. And I've been home for like almost an hour and a half, 2 hours now.
Damn, y'all boys sound like y'all need to go ahead and retire. Speaking of retirement, hey man, this came out of nowhere. UVA coach Tony Bennett. I mean, the season is literally right around the corner. He said, "I'm gone, man. I'm gone. I'm retired." Hey man, give me your thoughts on this, Coach Drip. I want you to type in the Coach Drip because I need you to help us out to understand the mentality of one coach to another. Help us out, man. What's going on over here?
I mean, I kind of respect it. If this is not something you want to do no more. Now, I know everybody's saying ideally he should have did it earlier, but I mean, he did it when he did it. I think he's earned the right to quit when he wanted to quit. It's kind of weird doing it before the season, but yeah, man, I mean, if your heart's not in it, you shouldn't do it. And that's with anything in life. If your heart's not in it, you shouldn't do it. So I feel as though maybe his heart wasn't in it no more, and he didn't want to let people down. Like, I think people they're gonna bash him because of the timing, but at the same time, like, if he would have came out here and he did it halfway, and then they sucked, he was gonna get the same criticism anyway. So whenever he did it, you know what I'm saying, it was his time. So I respect it.
Hey man, I want some real. I think you put a lot of perspective on that. Because one thing that stood out, what you said, is he kind of earned that right to kind of just leave when he wanted to. And because I agree with what you said. A lot of people that's the first thought. Hey, man, he should have did it earlier. But, hey, man, if your heart ain't in it, hey, man, it's better to get away now than drag them young boys around for a whole season and you're not really coaching them properly, and you're doing them a huge disservice. So actually, I think you put a lot of enlightenment on that. Hey, see, that's why we got to ask from one coach to another on certain situations like this. See, hey, man, he may not coach the X's and O's. He coaches the drip, but he still knows how to think like the coaches. Hey.
The way I be seeing these coaches, I should start coaching the X's and O's. I got a mean playbook in Maryland Tech.
Nah, no doubt. Hey, Jay, man, jump in on this, man.
Yeah, I think it's something we don't know if it's something personal that happened or if it's kind of like what Coach Drip said. He just didn't want to do it no more. You know what I'm saying? I believe he signed an extension back in June through the season of 2029 to 30. So it's tough. The timing is always going to be tough because, like you said, it's right around the corner. Like I said, I feel like it was something that kind of he knew. Maybe he just didn't know when the right time, or I don't know. Because from what I read, when he was at the ACC media day, like people were asking him if he was gonna like pull a Jay Wright or something like that, because it's similar to like kind of what like Jay Wright did. Well, it wasn't at the beginning of the season, but they mentioned his name and he was like kind of like jumping around the question and things of that nature. But it's tough, you know what I'm saying? It's tough for the kids because he was the coach there for like 16, 17 years. So, it's tough. But it's better now than in the middle of the season or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Or in the end of the season when it's really time to, you know what I'm saying? Like when you really need that push. So it may not be the best of times, but at least they'll know going into the season, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like they know what to expect. And it's probably gonna be a familiar voice that takes over for Tony Bennett. So it sucks in perspective, but at least it's before the season and not during or at the end of the season when you got to make that push for the March Madness tournament.
Yeah. Nah, hey, both you fellas brought up some good points. And hey, I know a lot of people are gonna be upset with the timing of it, but look at it this way. You don't want that distraction pretty much being a dark cloud over your season. Let these fellas focus on basketball instead of getting asked questions every week. Are you afraid your coach is gonna leave? That's lame. So hey man, shout out to Tony Bennett, man.
Hey,
Won a national championship. Go ahead, Jay.
and plus, like nowadays, you see a lot of the coaches that had these long tenures, like Nick Saban, Coach K, Jay Wright, now Tony Bennett. A lot of these coaches are retiring. Like that NIL is having a lot of these coaches retiring, man. Like they can't deal with it, bro.
Hey, that's a good point. It's a huge culture change when it comes to NIL and transfer portal. It's I mean, say what you want. I don't know if Nick Saban will outright say it, but I think that was part of him pretty much leaving.
Can
I
I
mean,
ask why?
go ahead.
I'm asking you why? Why you think that?
Why Nick Saban wouldn't outright say it?
Yeah, like when do you know anybody to stay at these places for 20 plus years or 15 years? We don't know. And I era, these coaches weren't there that long either. So why is everybody questioning about NIL? Why can't they just be old?
That too.
No, Nick Saban was old, but my thing is you look at a lot of his interviews, he points to kind of the NIL and the culture change and the transfer portal on some of the things that he was like, this just ain't the game that I recognize. He said that numerous of times. So when you word it like that, it makes it seem like that's the reason why you're leaving, not because he was old age.
But he also said in numerous interviews that he think before NIL even happened that they should be a way that these kids get compensated. He
Oh,
wasn't against NIL.
oh no. Oh, I'm with you. He never pulled the Dabo. He never pulled the Dabo Sweeney and was against it. But at the same time, it was just one of those things where he makes it seem like it wasn't because he was. I mean, Saban was what, late 70s?
That man was 92 years old, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, why can't? That's the thing I hate about the media, bro. Like, why can't they just retire because they old?
Oh,
Like Tony Bennett's old.
Yeah, like Jim Boheim, he was old.
He's old. You know what I'm saying? Like Boeheim been coaching before we were born.
mhm.
Yeah, man, he didn't have like 2 kids come through Syracuse.
And yeah, right, exactly. Like, why can't these? You know what I'm saying? Why can't we just go with the narrative that they old instead of the NIL? Because I don't personally feel like it. I I just think they old, man. I just think they old. Like, dog, Coach K's been coaching before we were born. Like,
Yeah, they
I'm
want to spend some
40.
time with their family.
I'm 40 years. You've been coaching for 40 years. Imagine doing anything for 40 years.
It's a
Oh
long
yeah.
time.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Coach K, like you said, Coach K was old. But if you kind of look at it, it gives the media an excuse to I guess kind of usher them out instead of just saying that they were old. You're like, oh, hey, the old man can't change with the new times. Can't keep up. NIL transfer portal kicking his ass.
I
You
guess
know,
for
Yeah.
talking points, I guess.
yeah. I mean,
Some of them just-
look, I agree where you're going at it, but I can also see why I can
we gotta blame NIL. Put it on everything.
yeah.
It's
Hey, but
just-
at the same time, I can see Coach K and Nick Saban be like, man, I'm too old for this shit, man. Let me, y'all can have it.
yeah.
I done my thing,
Because, like, in reality, we've seen a handful of coaches that's coached as long as Saban, Coach K, um, and some Jim Boeheim. Like, it's not a bunch of coaches that's done it in our lifetimes that long. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's only a handful.
So when they do it, it's like when you say it's NIL, then I mean, if they struggling with NIL, then that means everybody should be struggling with NIL. That's the way I
Mm.
see it. Like if Coach K is at Duke
Mm-hmm.
and they struggling with NIL, what?
Yeah, what's really going on?
And he's proven that he's adapted because when it was the one and done, he was one of the people that really wasn't for one and done.
Mm-hmm.
But then when he got adapted to it, that's the one and done factory.
Yeah,
So to blame it on NIL, it's just I don't know. I guess it's cheap heat.
I feel you. Hey, it could be low hanging fruit. Hey, I agree with you on that. But I mean, I'm not going to act like it's probably not part of their decision. I mean, I never heard Saban or Coach K broke it down like what percentage or what came into their choice or decision to leave. But we'll see what happens with college sports and in the future and all that stuff. But uh, hey man, so have y'all ever heard of a scenario like this where the man just got a bag to be an announcer on the football on Fox NFL, your man Tom Brady, and
Mm-hmm.
uh, but he just got approved to be some ownership stake
Mm-hmm.
with the Vegas Raiders, but
Mm-hmm.
it puts a strain on his job as a commentator because he's a owner with the Vegas Raiders. So there's certain restrictions he can't have access to when he's doing play by play with these teams. Because they, behind the scenes, they meet with the teams and the players and the coaches and whatnot and talk it. He can't do none of that. He can't do none of that. Go ahead, speak on that, Jay, man. Tom Brady being getting some ownership stake with the Raiders and it affecting his Fox NFL analyst job, man.
Um, this is Tom Brady shit, right? Like they lost Devontae Adams, got a third round pick, and then got Tom Brady as a part owner. But we kind of already knew that Tom Brady was going to kind of be a owner. Like he was hinting at it a couple of seasons before. He was at the games. You know what I'm saying? Like there was some suspicion that he would somewhat be a minority owner or be a, you know what I'm saying, because I think he's part of the Aces as well.
Mm-hmm.
So Vegas is is a new sports town, so everybody wants in. So I think the broadcasting was just kind of like a plan B. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, let me see if it works out, if I like it, this, that, and the other. But like he really wanted to own the team. But yeah, you there's restrictions when you do that. So it's like you're gonna have to choose a side. Either you're gonna be an owner or you're gonna be in the booth. You know what I'm saying? You can't do both because obviously you gonna be tampering and can find out players' secrets and all that other stuff and use it to your advantage. So you gotta pick a side. But it's just typical Tom Brady shit for me, if you ask me.
Got a little history of that too, don't we?
I mean, you know Tom Brady. If it's a way to get an advantage, Tom gonna get it. But you know what? Never mind. I ain't gonna say that.
No. You was cooking now. Don't try to
Nah,
turn it
because
off.
I was gonna say I didn't heard Tom Brady name and everything else. My man ain't been home yet. My man ain't been home yet. My man ain't owned 3 teams, got on 2 Burger Kings, the Taco Bell, the Aces, the Fox broadcast. But my man,
Yeah. I see where you going. Yeah,
I ain't gonna. That's why I say I ain't gonna say that. I'm done. Hey, my man hustling. I put it like that. He hustling.
Yeah, we'll leave that alone. Hey, Mike T, man, what you think about it, man?
Tony Romo said yes.
And man, Greg Olsen.
Yeah, well, Greg, I'd have been pissed if I was Greg. I might have had to see Tom if I was Greg, because he was about to be number one.
Yeah, he was.
He was about to be number one, but yeah, this is the Patriots way. You know what I'm saying? He's about to bring it to the Raiders. Now they're gonna have the NFL is gonna really probably have a legit reason to be mad at the Raiders, because he's about to do that when he watches the games. Now he's gonna commentate. He's gonna be taking notes. And the teams that the Raiders play, he's probably gonna be giving them to Antonio Pierce. They're gonna have intel on people. Like if the Raiders start winning out of the blue,
you better know what's up.
something happened. He got all the tape now. He's watching the games. He's the film.
The Raiders.
All he gotta do is hit the DVR on at the home when he finally go home, and now he got the tape, all the tape he want to watch.
Hey man, did you not listen to Jay? He ain't been home, bro.
No, I know he ain't been home, but I'm saying like wherever he goes and lays his head, because he goes and lays his head somewhere.
I know.
Wherever he can go lay his head at, they got a DVD player or something. He can watch the game again. Tom about to come back and play. Watch.
I got myriad rewards points out there.
Tom only been retired, 2 years?
Yeah, he itching to come back as the Raiders quarterback situation.
Yeah, he wear that black and silver.
Hey, Tom was a rolling stone. Boom, 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 boom.
Tom wasn't
he
even
laid his helmet.
Tom was wherever he laid his helmet was his home.
He wasn't even a rolling stone. He just was a stone. He was a stone, like he was a winning stone. Like listen. See, social media messes things up. Michael Jordan was probably the same way.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he was tired for sure. For sure.
Man, hey, that's wild. That's wild. Hey, I think it's crazy. Obviously, we're a portion of the media, except we have no agenda. But apparently Jae Jones got an issue with the media and them asking certain questions, man. Hey, I'm paraphrasing. Y'all can go out there and look. Jae just didn't like the way that the radio people were asking about certain situations and whatnot, and he take too keen to it. He said, "Yeah, I should fire all you sons of bitches," pretty much. Like I said, I'm paraphrasing. Y'all can go out there and find out for sure, word for word, what he said. Mike T, man, what you think about this whole situation right here?
Same thing I just said about the other old people. Jae Jones is 87 years old. What you think response you gonna get from an 87-year-old? You keep questioning them.
An old Henry answer, bro.
He's gonna give you the truth. What he really feel right then in that moment. Jerry is 87 years old. He never cared about nobody else. He ain't about to start caring about nobody else now.
For real.
He's already got people fired from the radio before. He's probably already got people fired from other jobs as well. This is Jae Jones we're talking about. Everyone's overreacting. And I think people were saying, well, Mike, what do you mean he's overreacting? He's 87. What do you expect him to say? He ain't going, he been, at this point in my lifetime, the Dallas Cowboys have been bad more than they've been good. When I was a kid, they were good more than they was bad.
Mm-hmm.
You add up when they start sucking, my whole teenage years, my whole adult years, they suck. Now everybody getting mad at Jerry. He been doing this.
He been the same dude.
He been the same dude. He changed his face a couple times, but still.
Mm.
Now he like the mask.
Jerry just Jerrying, man. Like if you talk to your grandparents, every now keep asking them questions and badgering them. See how they respond. They gonna get mad and kirk out. They gonna spaz. But also think Jerry know he done messed up. Like he know this team ain't what it's supposed to be. And he just spent the whole rack of money. He just spent money on Dak and CD Lamb. And it ain't.
And the money he paid CD is getting wasted because the money he paid Dak is not getting CD the damn ball enough.
And I mean, I recently heard Troy Aikman say like that the receivers are not running their routes, like they're running poor routes. And
yeah, CD is running lazy routes.
Yeah, so it's like if the receiver's not where they supposed to be, then the quarterback can't get them the ball.
Okay.
So it's a lot going on in Dallas. I mean, but Jerry's always good for a sound clip, so it's not new. It's
that if you want to revitalize your career, you got to do like Nino Brown right now and tell the world it's bigger than you. You got to. You got to. Because after this is that you probably not going to get a quality job. Like when this is over, because we know it's going to be over soon. So you'll probably not get another quality job after this, because once you're the Cowboys quarterback for a long tenure, you're done.
He got a little longer, but I mean,
I don't know about a little longer. Not with them.
Man, he just got the new deal.
That don't mean nothing in the NFL.
It don't, but damn, that's a lot of money. Well, that's true, because we didn't see players get traded.
If they paid him that much money, they gonna pay that much money to get out of that contract. This is the Cowboys we talk about. They don't make good decisions. They make stupid decisions.
I mean, Mike got a point. I mean, they make $1 billion a year. They the only NFL franchise that make $1 billion.
Everybody kept saying Shador is going to Dallas. I tried to tell y'all, no, that's not about to happen. And then what happened? That got paid. That got paid. It is like, all right, Shador's not gonna go there this year or next year either. Like Dak is gonna have to. Dak got maybe 1 year left with them, maybe 1.5, if that.
And they'll find a way to get out that contract, man.
They don't find a way. They're just gonna cut him.
No. You don't cut him and eat that dead cap money. That's too much money.
Jerry Jones, we're talking about. We ain't talking about.
I know it's Jerry Jones. It wouldn't be the smartest move. I could see him probably, if anything, trade him before he releases.
Trading him to where?
Hey, somebody will take.
Nobody would take Dak right in 2 years. You were crazy. Nobody's gonna take him in 2 years because he's gonna absolutely suck. And two,
damn,
with that money here on his contract, no one's taking that. You know who? The only team?
The Raiders.
No, the Browns.
Ooh.
That is Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, no.
Bruh, what do you mean?
No, they already made a bad decision.
Every time the Browns do it every time. What you mean?
It's true.
The Browns did it. They said they drafted Johnny Manziel, and then the next thing they know, they was like, you know what? We got to keep drafting these Big 12, good old fashioned quarterbacks. So they draft Baker Mayfield. That didn't work. Then they say, you know what? We're going to trade for Deshaun Watson. So Dak is in that ballpark to make
make a trade.
You know what I'm saying? They might trade him for him this year.
Large contract.
You realize every quarterback that's ever played quarterback, and I'm gonna ask Urso too, because he might have played quarterback for him too. Every quarterback that's ever had a name or anything has been a Cleveland Browns quarterback. Period.
Ain't no cap. Actually, that when you break it down like that, yeah, you onto something, my boy. You on to something. Nah, hey, I'll rock with it now, dog. That's crazy.
They went from Tim Couch to Brandon Whedon.
Yeah, dog. They didn't win everywhere with it. They didn't win everywhere with quarterback.
Damn.
When the last time you heard of Brandon Whedon?
Shit, I can't remember.
Yeah, it's been a minute, dog. It's like
been a while.
fails. Everything fails at quarterback for Cleveland. So, I mean,
Well, here too.
you get. Hey,
Nah, I ain't lying.
no, you not lying. That's why I laugh every time you tell the DC area people to pump the brakes, chill out, like let homeboy get like.
It got to be a year.
Yeah, let him get through the season, fam.
No. It got to be 2 years. It can't be just one. The Bama's begin. Oh yeah, we're going to Super Bowl. Yeah, Jaden Daniels, and then he sucked next year.
Like chill.
Damn.
Oh, that's crazy. But let's actually let's talk about a couple wide receivers that got traded. Speaking of Cleveland, they are starting to sell away their pieces. Amari Cooper, their best wide receiver, he goes to Buffalo. So what does this say about the Bills acquiring him, and what does this say about Cleveland trading him? Go ahead, Jay.
Cleveland I think they kind of have an understanding of their season, where it's going right now. So they just trying to get as much value as they can. I think they realize the Deshaun Watson experience is come to an end. If they could find a way to move him, they would, but they probably can't. Amari Cooper, Buffalo they lost Stephon Diggs, so I think it's a good move by Buffalo. They just renegotiated Amari Cooper's contract, so he's kind of getting like the league minimum or somewhere around that. So they're not paying a lot of money. He's a very good quality wide receiver, good route runner, pretty good hands. You'll probably see the Amari Cooper you're used to seeing, because I ain't trying to go bad on Browns fans, but when you in Cleveland, you don't normally get the best version of the player. Like it just seems like something happens when they go there. But so I think it's a good move. It's a receiver that doesn't really cause a lot of drama that I know of. He's reliable, pretty good. So it's a good move. I like the move. I don't like the fact that they made the move the week my team plays them, but it was a good move at the end of the, reliable, got Josh Allen another target. So it was a pretty good move by Buffalo.
I feel it. Go ahead, Drip.
I like the move for both teams.
Okay.
Cleveland is selling right now.
Yep.
And they're getting back I guess a good return for him, because Washington traded Jahan Watson of Dotson for the same thing pretty much. And got that for him. So that's pretty good. And for the Bills, the most important thing I think he brings to that locker room is experience. Because they kind of got some young receivers over there. They don't have really a super vet like Amari Cooper. That's like a vet that's been on that level, like Pro Bowl, All Pro type level. So he brings that to them. So I think that's the most important thing that he brings. And I'm not going to say he's better than Stephon Diggs, but he's better than Stephon Diggs. When he's Amari Cooper, he's better than Stephon Diggs. So, yeah. What they lost in Diggs, they just got back, and maybe a little bit better.
Okay. Amari Cooper, Mr. Reliable.
And I'm just putting it out there. Amari Cooper is not so boisterous.
That's what I'm saying.
Just saying. I'm obviously we we'll take the media for what they report with a grain of salt. Apparently there was some tension between Diggs and Josh Allen that had to get squashed that going into the season last year. If that might have led to the trading, which I'm probably assuming that it did, but I hate to assume. But I'm just throwing it out there. Amari Cooper is less, confrontational, boisterous. That's all I'm saying. I take that.
Diva-ish.
Yeah, take that as you may. Take it as you may. Of course, the biggest news of wide receiver getting traded, Devontae Adams. Hey, I'm coming to you, Mike. Mike T, talk to us, man.
I can't wait till they lose, bro. I'm sick of Aaron Rodgers, bro. I'm sick of Aaron Rodgers. I'm sick of the Jets. They some suckers for this. And I'm gonna tell you why. You fire the coach, then you start looking to get better.
Mm.
Wait, what? And then you go get Aaron's bestie. You couldn't have did that the week before you fired the coach. Like, I'm so sick of Aaron Rodgers getting his way, bro. He's a horrible human being. He threw his teammate under the bus.
Yeah.
He tells y'all he does drugs and no one gets in trouble. But we had to sit through Ricky Williams. Ricky Williams had to stop playing games because of weed, and this man must be telling us he on hallucination drugs, and y'all don't say nothing. He be skipping mandatory training camp, mini camp. I mean,
Yeah.
to go smoke drugs or do drugs, shoot up drugs. I don't know what he's doing with how he's ingesting them or getting them in his system, but he tells us that, and nothing happens. I'm so sick of him, bro. I'm so sick of him. Like I'm sick of him. I'm sick of the Jets being stupid and listening to him. This man won one Super Bowl.
Mm.
And that was back in 2005.
And he's been in the era. He's been in the era when Bama's have won multiple.
Eli, Big Ben. Man.
Yep. Tom, Peyton.
Yep. Everybody.
Yep. He was in that same era. He was.
Like, we don't treat Drew Brees like we treat him.
Well, because Drew Brees is it. He until he well, there were some comments he was kind of out of pocket with, but
true. But I'm saying,
but for the most part,
Drew Brees had the records.
Yeah. I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't never. Man, listen, man. Aaron Rodgers, this is my message to you. I want you to lose more than I want Bryce Harper to lose.
Ooh.
And I don't want no jersey from you.
Ooh.
Me and Bryce are actually really friends. You're a loser. Like, you went on Kyrie, just certain things that you do, man. It's just like, that's not man stuff to do. Like, men don't do that. And just like good people don't do that.
Hey, not to obviously assume what you're saying or put words in your mouth. Is this having to do with just him, always inputting his 2 cents on, social issues like politics and things like that?
That's part of it, but that ain't. I'm talking about as a teammate.
Okay.
I'm talking about as a football player with that the politics stuff. Yeah, he says what he says. Everybody has the right to their own opinion.
Okay.
But throwing your teammates under the bus. Remember last year I said on the show, I never heard a quarterback saying if the line don't do what they're supposed to do, they're gonna get replaced. I've never heard a player, an actual player on the team, say that his teammates are going to get replaced or shouldn't get replaced. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even with the game the other day they lost, the interception, he's saying dude ran the wrong route. Like, you just a bad person, bro. Like, you got the coach fired. You try to lie and say you didn't know nothing about the coach getting fired. But we know you knew. You talked to them the night before.
You just talked to the owner, bro.
Yeah, you shouldn't have told us that you talked to the owner. That's what made us suspicious.
Hey, it's funny you say that because he tells on himself all the time. Because the same thing you talking about, Mike, when he threw Mike Williams under the bus, he's like, yeah, Mike Williams, he was supposed to be on the red line. He ran the wrong route. But I'm throwing a no-look pass on 3rd and 16, 50 yards.
What?
Who are you, Magic
no-look
Johnson?
pass. Luka?
Hey, I'm telling y'all, go back and watch.
I heard him. I heard him.
That's what I'm saying.
And I was like, a no-look pass. Wait. What
are you doing throwing a no-look pass, trying to throw the ball 50 yards down the field on the 30 16? Here's the kicker. He had Breece Hall in the flat wide open, and he had grass to run.
He did.
He possibly could have picked up the first down or made it real easier for you on 4th and short. So it's like you made a bad decision, Aaron. Like, own up to that shit. So to Mike's point, hey man, it's you can't keep pointing the fingers. Hey, what did our parents used to say to us all the time? Quit pointing your finger, because every time you do, you got more fingers pointing right back at you.
It was Green Bay fault. And then now it's his teammates' fault. And it's like Green Bay is kind of not collapsed since you've gone.
Nah, they went to the playoffs last year.
That's what I'm saying. And the Jets have been a travesty since you got there.
Call it like you see it.
Man.
Jay, jump on in here, man.
I want to know if the Jets make this move if they would have won Monday night. Like, if I know they said they have been trying to work deals out or whatever, I guess to try to get Devontae behind the scenes, but it just seemed so like the Raiders were trying to get a number 1 or number 2 back for Devontae, and it's like everything just magically worked out just 24 hours after these dudes lose. Like, it just seemed weird to me. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna give him up for a third, and if he does this, and then it turns into a conditional second round, and it was like, for real? Like, really? I really don't like to see Devontae with Aaron Rodgers, bro. Like, y'all ain't get it done in Green Bay. I don't think y'all get it done in New York. I think New York is in a not as good of a play. I mean, their line is still an issue. And yes, their offense is going to look a little bit better, probably put up some points and things of that nature, because I think they're coming on the easier part of their schedule. But I wanted to see Devontae in Baltimore. I didn't want to see him with Aaron Rodgers. It's like, even though organization-wise, like Mike said, the organization just hasn't been good. Like, they traded for a player that they knew wanted a new contract, but did not get him a new contract. Their field is horrible. Everybody gets hurt on that field. I'm just like, it's just, I mean, you know, they'll probably win against Pittsburgh on Sunday night, because, I mean, if you watch the Monday night game, they tried everything in their powers to get New York to win that game.
Boy, AJ,
everything in their powers, bro. Like, I mean, they still throwing flags.
AJ, I thought I was the only one, dog. I was like, so don't get me wrong. There were some strange calls on both sides of the football, but there was at least like 2 or 3 times where a drive got continued for the Jets. And I'm like,
they still throwing flags.
I see that.
It's just like, you know, I just don't, man, you know, now they're talking about Mike Williams on the trading block. I just don't, I really didn't like it. I didn't like the move. I mean, you know, the offense would look good, but I didn't like the move. I would have preferred him to be elsewhere.
What's that, Mike?
I said, Mike Williams said something. If he on the trading block now, all of a sudden.
Oh yeah, that moment was on the trading block. And Devontae Adams just, I mean, was in New York, had to be, because they said as soon as the trade was announced, my man was in New York. He crashed the Pat McAfee show was at, like,
yeah,
bro, he got Jordan cleats.
Yeah, customized at the practice. I mean, damn. I just don't know what happened in Vegas with Devontae, because it seemed like everything was pretty decent. Based off the receiver show, like when Antonio Pierce got there, and I mean, it's only 4 games into the season, but it is what it is. But I mean, you know, they got what they both wanted.
That's the problem right there. You just said it, Antonio Pierce. And I'm not saying he's the problem. I'm saying that stems with him. He ain't letting you be a crybaby around him.
Yeah, and then you going to a team that ain't even got that just fired their head coach. Like, it's too much. I don't think Devontae gonna win there again. I don't think they're gonna win.
Wait till the next CBA. What?
I hate it.
Wait till the next. I'm telling you, they're not gonna let this joint get like the NBA.
Oh no!
And my man hamstring just magically magically healed now, right? Yeah, okay.
You want to get traded? We're gonna trade you to the Panthers.
Yeah, we're gonna trade y'all.
They would have vetoed them drinks like the Chris Paul trade.
We're gonna trade his ass to the Panthers. Hey man, y'all, both of y'all bring up some excellent points. I really do think that Aaron Rodgers do be on some BS. He, he does too much. He's been in the game way too long to be doing petulant child behavior towards the end of his career, and that's what it is.
But he's been doing it though.
Yeah, he's been doing it, but I think it's he's been given a lot of grace on it because of how good he is.
But he ain't won. He only won one time.
I'm with you, Jay.
I can see if he was a quarterback who I can
you.
see if it was like Brady or somebody like that. We obviously we don't see quarterbacks win back to back to back like Brady did. But I mean, bro, like
shit in his era they have. Since he's been playing football, Bama's been winning back to back.
I've been playing since 2000.
That's what I'm saying. In the 24 years that he's been playing football, Bama's have won consecutive Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Multiple. Or at least been to multiple Super Bowls.
Yeah.
My fault. I'm sorry, man. I apologize.
Oh no, you're good because I mean your points are valid. So the thing that comes with Aaron Rodgers, yes, we know he has hella talent, but hey man, you living off that 2010 Super Bowl for a long time, bro. Like,
do we?
No, he is.
No, I'm saying, do he got talent? I'm with Jay. I feel what Jay saying. Like,
no. Oh, you could definitely tell he's starting to get washed. I mean, he's 40 and he's old.
I don't think he ever was that good. I think he was overhyped because
I ain't gonna go that far.
I mean,
he was nice. What he is now is not what we're used to. At least let me say what I'm used to seeing from him. That's not him. But to Jay's bigger point, which I'm glad that you brought up, is yes, Devontae Adams is good. But let me ask y'all a question, fellas. How good is a wide receiver if a quarterback can't get him the football if he's sitting on his backside?
As good as done. I know that. My team, my receiver was complaining about getting the ball this weekend. I already know. He got to explain it to me. I'm well aware. Bruh, it's I mean, he'll probably get the ball out quicker because Devontae may know some things, whatever. But it's just like,
hey, which is fine. But here's a follow up question: have you ever seen a team win a Super Bowl running up but screens and slants? Because that's the only thing you can do to neutralize a pass rush for the most part. Mike, that O-line is trash, bro.
I'm not about to listen. I told you what I want to happen. I want them to lose. I want them to start losing this week.
Immediately. Well, they got Pittsburgh, so don't be surprised.
They're gonna win that much. They're gonna win that shit.
Come on, Russ.
Hey, don't be surprised if TJ Watt walks out with 5 sacks, bro.
Yeah.
That's something else we gotta talk about too.
Ooh, well, let's talk about it because it looks like Russ might be given a chance to get that starting job. Go ahead, Jay. Speak on it, man. There's a good possibility your boy Mike Tomlin might make that quarterback switch. They're 4-2.
Ain't no Mike. That's happening. You might as well. That ain't no Mike. That is happening, my boy. The less something happens to Russ in practice, Russ is playing Sunday night, bro. Like he did starting. I know a lot of Steelers, they're sending us a lot of reports that the Steelers, a lot of players don't agree with the switch. Justin Fields, from what I've seen, I believe he has like 5 passing touchdowns and 5 rushing touchdowns and 1 turnover. They've been pretty good. Like I can't knock them. They're 4-2. They're rolling. I get it that Russ was named the number 1 QB, but it's hard to pull. Like I just feel like if a guy's got the momentum going, man, like don't pull him. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't know what you're gonna get from Russ. You know what I'm saying? Like Russ takes a lot of sacks. You lose the mobility with Justin Fields. Like you can run actual plays with running plays with Justin Fields, and he wasn't bad. Now Justin Fields didn't blow you away with his arm. You know what I'm saying? So I get that aspect of it, but if the locker room wants Justin Fields and Justin Fields hasn't given you a reason to bench him, like you gotta let that go. And I'm a Mike Tomlin fan, but I disagree with this. I don't like it.
Fair. Hey, Mike T, what you thinking, man?
I really don't really want to speak on it because see how the narratives are different.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Rodgers is 47 years old and he still gets the opportunities in his past. It gets brought up on why he's playing and why he's the starter and this, that, and the third. Russ don't get that same cachet.
Mm.
He
And
won
I
too.
think I think even last year, when Russ was probably his worst year ever, I think he still was better than Justin Fields.
Hey, low key, Rush actually had a solid season. I think he had like 28 touchdowns and 7 interceptions.
Yeah, so I think uh, I do agree with Jay to the point where usually if you got the hot hand, you don't change the quarterback. But we've only really seen that one time in our lifetime. Well, actually twice. Kaepernick with Alex Smith when he took over for Alex Smith,
Mm-hmm.
and Brady when he took over for Drew Bledsoe.
Yeah, Drew Bledsoe. Yep.
But every other time it don't work. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I, I'm with Jay, but I just like want to give Tomlin the benefit of the doubt because
Yeah.
if anybody knows what they doing, it would be him.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I can see what Jay is saying. Like, if you're 4-2, like if you were 3-3 or 2-4, then I can
Yeah.
understand it.
Yeah.
But 4-2, he must know something we don't know.
Now, what happens if Russ come out here? I mean, because I ain't gonna sit here in front. I already feel like the Jets gonna win just because of all the stuff that happened previous week. I feel like the Jets already gonna win this.
Where's the game at?
So
I think it's in Pittsburgh.
it's in
Okay.
Pittsburgh.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Um, what happens if Russ goes out here and has a bad game? I mean, we already knew it was quarterback controversy when they signed Russ and then they traded for Justin Fields. So we already knew that was happening. But like, what happens if Russ has a bad game? Do you?
Yeah, it's in Pittsburgh and it's a Sunday night, so the whole world will be able to see it. So it'll be solo.
Why do we keep getting Aaron Rodgers on the screen? But
I'm,
no,
t-
nobody say nothing about LeBron.
No, you know why? You know
I'm
why?
telling you. What's the over under on this game? What's the spread? Man? I'm telling you. Hey, if G was on here, I guarantee you I parlay that, put that joint on a parlay somewhere, bro.
Both of you make excellent points on both sides of the coin. I'm just gonna throw some tidbits out there, and then I'll let the chips fall where they may. My thing is you look at Justin Fields. Yeah, the team's 4-2. I wouldn't say he's the hot hand. He's about lukewarm. Because he's about middle of the pack, kind of. When it comes to his quarterback stats, quarterback ratings, passer ratings. But to me, I thought it was about winning, and they are winning. So here's the thing, but also, I think this is a move that is Mike Tomlin's thinking about making, or probably will make, is because he's looking at that 4-2 Baltimore team, and they're hot right now. And he's like, we got to stay pat with them, like we got to stay in an arms race with them. He probably trusts Russ Wilson, who's won the Super Bowl, been to two, knows pressure, situations. He probably trusts him a little bit more. So I understand that too. But we also got to remember, going into the season, Mike Tomlin was going to go with Russ. He said that outright
Mm-hmm.
in the beginning.
Yep.
Then he got the calf injury, and the calf injury really threw a wrench on him. He had the audible. So I just think that at some point in time, he was going to go back to Russ eventually. Once he felt that he was going to be closer to 100% healthy, he's getting close to it. It's probably going to happen against the Jets. So I mean, we just gotta be honest. I mean, Mike Tomlin has kind of he's kind of stood pat with that. Like I was gonna ride with Rusty to begin with. And as soon as he got healthy, because we got to remember they're 4-2, but he never closed the door on saying that Justin Fields is my starter until further notice. He never said that. So
Nah. And I think Russ has the better arm. Obviously, he's got the better arm, so they feel like the offense is gonna move a little better with Russ at the helm. And I think it's just the Pittsburgh way. Like Pittsburgh is all of, you know what I'm saying? They're still somewhat old fashioned, I believe. So, like you said, Tomlin said he was the number one guy. So when this guy is healthy,
Yeah.
Put
Hey,
him
but
in.
at the same time, you got to understand when was Russell Wilson the best in his NFL career?
When he had a running game.
Had a running game and
And
had a
defense.
defense. This is Pittsburgh's MO. Run the ball and defense. So it's almost like a marriage made in football matrimony right here.
Not right now. I ain't gonna lie to you. I had some Steelers running backs. Yeah, they ain't running the ball very effectively.
Hey, look, he better get George picking the ball all the time.
Yeah.
Okay. I got him in fantasy
Yeah.
all the time, Russ.
Yeah.
Hey, but I just had Najee Harris. He just went over 100, probably like for the first time in forever. It's been a minute. So they're starting to get it going. But hey, man, no surprise if he goes to Russ and sooner rather than later. I'm just letting y'all know that Mike's been telling us this for a minute, dog. And Tomlin's been told us. I mean, and if there's one cat that's gonna be a man of his word, I trust him over anybody in NFL to go and follow through with what he says. So
Was it did this kind of happen with them before when Mason Rudolph came in and they won a couple of games? Who was their starter?
Kenny Pickett.
Was
Yeah.
it still Ben?
No, Ben was already gone. It was
Kenny Pickett.
because he got injured as a rookie.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was like, I'm going to go with the guy that I think who's going to give us the best chance to win. And he said Kenny Pickett. Matter of fact, Kenny Pickett's in Philly backing up right now. That should tell you how a man of his word Mike Tomlin is, bro. I'm just saying, man, you got to take the man.
We're going to see. I'm hoping he's right. I hope I'm wrong, and I'm hope Russ come out there and throw George Pickens 4 touchdowns, and they beat the Jets on Sunday night.
Hey, speaking of which, Week 7 preview. I'm pretty sure all three of us will be tuned in Sunday night for that Jets.
No, I'm not.
Nah, you want to see him lose, bro? You got to.
No, I don't want to watch him lose. I just want to hear about it.
What other games y'all fellas looking forward to in Week 7? Go ahead, Mike.
The Cowboys bye week.
Hey,
they suck, man.
Hilarious.
Hey, that is hilarious, bro.
Nah, Commanders, Panthers. Not because I'm a Commanders fan, because I'm not. But I want to see the boy bounce back. Because everybody in this area is going crazy. So I want to see if he bounce back, and the perfect team for him to bounce back on would be the Panthers.
Oh yeah,
so, yeah,
no doubt. Ain't no doubt. I feel that. Go ahead, Jay.
Hey man, revenge game. Saquon going back to New York, my boy.
I'm going back to the Apple.
I need Saquon to have 300 rushing yards for 5 touchdowns and 2 picks.
Wait, he's getting interceptions too?
Yeah, man, hey, he might get a punt return too. He gonna be everywhere. What he talking about? He don't expect to get booed. Shit, boy, you crazy.
Yeah,
Nah, but it should be. I always love a good revenge game, man. So I'm interested to see Saquon go back to New York and do work, man. They played with you. No Diddy. We seen it live on TV on Hard Knocks. You know what I'm saying? They carried you. You know what I'm saying? So go out there and do work, my guy. This is what you stayed in the division for.
I'm with it.
So
I'll
do work.
I'm definitely looking forward to that Detroit Minnesota game, man. I want to see 5-0 versus 4-1. See what happens. I want to see how Detroit looks out without Aiden Hutchinson. Unfortunately, he's out for the season. I want to see how their defense looks without him. And of course, Minnesota. I want to see you go up against your division opponents. That whole NFC North is over 500, bro. I did not see that coming. I did damn sure didn't see Chicago being over 500. So we'll see what Minnesota does against some stiffer competition. Now, before we get out of here, fellas, of course, we got to talk a little bit of college football. What games are we looking forward to this week in week 8 of college football action? what I love about college football, we're starting to get games on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. So it's like we get football damn near every day.
Yeah, this
Uh,
Thursday night football is
yeah. Hey,
Jesus Christ.
we getting college football on Fridays and stuff like that.
This shit's terrible.
I'm getting it's a lot.
Hey, Mike T, man, go ahead. We know we know him about Maryland Tech be doing their thing on Fridays, but what team are you looking forward to in week 8?
Maryland Tech. Because I mean, we know what's going to happen at the end of the season.
Hey, man.
So it's like it is what it is. It's not really anything that I want to see what Nino Marzullo does. Again,
shout out to Nino. Hey, you've been balling, bro.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, I want to see what Cal Sykin does for us again this week. We played Ohio. This is our sophomore season, so you know, I want to see what we do, man. See what we do. Play Ohio first game of the season. We just gotta see. We just came off the Gator Bowl win.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so
beat them Tigers.
Got Coach Sam his first bowl game in program history. So yeah,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, shout out to the Tech boys. Hey,
Jay had a good season. I think he made like second team all freshman. Because we all was all freshmen. Like we was the whole when you do ACC. If you watch, just look down. When I scroll down, there's all of us. So except me, I haven't played yet. Really, I got in this. Well, I don't want to give y'all no spoilers, but yeah, Maryland Tech. That's what I'm looking forward to this weekend.
No doubt.
Watching film.
No doubt. No doubt. Who you looking forward to, Double J?
Indiana and Nebraska.
Ooh.
They got a coach. Their coach for Indiana, Kurt Signetti. I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but he has a really impressive record over his coaching career, and he's got Indiana at 6-0 at this moment. They're ranked 16th. So I haven't watched a lot of Indiana, so I'm gonna go ahead and they're playing what's my man? They playing Patrick Mahomes Jr.
PMJR.
Yeah, they playing Nebraska little, you know what I'm saying, little Nebraska and whatnot. So I want to see how I've been hearing a lot about them. So I just want to check them out, see what's going on with Indiana, because that ain't a team that I would probably watch at all.
I know, I feel you. I feel you.
What if little Mahomes had a daddy like Pat Mahomes?
Yo,
made his dad act like that. Smoking on that Indiana pack tonight.
Yeah, smoking on that Nebraska pack.
Special blend.
Smoking on that corn husker pack.
No, that's wild, bro. That's wild. That would be crazy if he had a Mahomes dad just like it.
That's my boy.
That's my boy. Nah. Hey, 6-0 Indiana, 5-1 Nebraska, and both of them look good on paper for sure. You got to get up bright and early for that one. That's a well, if you're tailgating, that's a noon kickoff. Of course, Alabama, Tennessee, they're gonna be getting that.
Definitely.
Yeah, 2 ranked teams. Number 7 Alabama, number 11 Tennessee, both got a loss. Of course, hey, Georgia. And Texas gonna be getting after it. Number 1 versus number 5. Good thing that's at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So they in that prime slot. So it'll be going down Saturday night. Hey, a lot of things to look forward to this week in college football, man. A couple of matchups with some ranked teams. So definitely looking forward to that, man. But hey, man, we're gonna park this bus. We're gonna sit it down right here. Oh, I gotta shout out UNLV because y'all quarterback left y'all for the NIL money, and they've been rocking ever since the old boy left, bro.
They were undefeated when he was there too. So they got a good team.
Yeah. So they've been rocking ever since he left, man. The offense is still putting up points. I just want to shout out their quarterback who's taking over for him, Mr. Williams. He's been doing his thing.
A quick question for y'all. I know you was driving a bus. It's on the NBA tip, man. The NBA season about to start next week or whatever, right? But I want to ask y'all about two questions.
Go ahead.
Kawhi Leonard out indefinitely.
Mm.
And two, Joel Embiid said he ain't playing back to back.
Yeah, let's park the bus.
Yeah, let's park the bus. Hey, good choice, Mike. Yeah, we're gonna park the bus because we're gonna need more time for that. Let's put a pin on that because we damn sure gonna need more time to talk about that next week. Because this like Mike said, man, wait until the next CBA. Just wait.
For both sports.
To both of them. Wait. Just wait. Hey man, we gonna get up out of here before we do. Hey, drop them socials for the people, Double J, man.
Jae Jones on all 5 social media platforms, The Man Cave Sports Group on Facebook, and Moco Center Sunday mornings, man. Holla at us.
What time?
10.
All right. No doubt. Hey, my team, man, drop the socials for the peoples, man.
Hey man, Mike, Coach Drip _ Mike T on Instagram and Twitter, and then Michael Turner on Facebook. And yeah, man, like, share, subscribe, everything we do.
Yes, sir.
Please. Thank you.
Hey, you heard the man. Make sure y'all tap in with us, man. Hey, go follow me, Casey Walker Mar, on the Twitter. That's where I'll be posting all the content that I got going on. And of course, you can catch me every Saturday with my fellas right here, the NK Sports Podcast, in the Four Corners of Wrestling on Saturdays as well. Don't forget about the Maryland Tech Boys with our man Mike T on Friday nights. Hey, Sunday.
No. Friday afternoons.
Oh, Friday afternoon. Oh, my fault. Hey, either way, Friday. I'm just gonna say Friday. Make sure you check in with the Maryland Tech Boys. And then of course Sunday, you got the top 5 moments of wrestling with our man King Mel. And hey, we putting it down for the fellas of Moco playing high school football. Moco Center, 10 a.m. Sundays is going down. Hey man, y'all make sure y'all tap in with 613 Faye Production on the YouTube channel. Hey, we there. Until then, hey Jay, tell them what they gotta do, bro.
Y'all gotta go to out of here because we finna shut the door, y'all. You hear me?